Hey, this is Joe Hubbard from JoeHubbardBassVideos.com, and this is the 6th lesson of my Pentapositional System Chord Studies course. And in this particular lesson, we're going to be talking about the minor major 7th chord. Is an important chord because it usually functions as a 1 chord in a minor key area. And often in minor harmony, you would see the 1 chord would just be a triad. But it's important to understand, and this is just a little tip now, that the extension for that triad, when you see it as a 1 chord in a minor key, is most likely going to be a major 7th. It won't be a flat 7. If it's going to be a flat 7, the 1 chord would be called a minor 7th chord. So that's just something to bear in mind. We're going to further the study of that with our functional harmony course, but for right now, just take that as a tip on 1 chords in a minor key. With that said, we need to take all of these positions and we need to master them because we need to know these shapes of a 1 minor major 7 or the minor major 7 chord. It's a half minor, half major. You've got the lower part is minor, that's why you've got 1 flat 3 5, and then the upper part is a natural 7. The starting form that we're going to begin with is the root position. Again, I know that the B is diatonic to the chord, and you could add that in this position, but it won't be the visual representation of what our position that's called 7 is. This becomes more important when we start to do these from key to key within every position. So for right now, just bear with me. This is the root position. I've got root, flat 3, 5, 7, root, flat 3, 5, 7, and then I play that back down. Moving up sequentially, my next form is flat 3. I've got flat 3, 5, 7, root, flat 3, 5, 7, and then the root. I then move up to form 5. This is going to be the first variation. I have 5, 7, root, flat 3, 5, 7, root. Here we've got this funky little shift. And that's a good thing to work on to get smooth, because it's quite hard to get that smoothly played across your bass. Okay, and then we've got 5 second variation, so I go 5, 7, root, flat 3, 5, 7, root, flat 3, and then back down. Form 7. Notice how form 7 has this kind of diagonal cross shape here. And then I'm back to my root 8 VA. So now by applying the drill where I'm playing up and down each form, I'm going to have this. Okay, you go practice now. Progressing one step further, we take this up a 4th and we're going to do the whole thing in the key of F. Okay, starting in the key of F, we're going to notice that we're going to start on form 5, and this is going to be the 2nd variation. So if I go here, so I've got 5, 7, root, flat 3, 5, 7, root, flat 3, and back down. From 5 second variation, it goes to 7. I've got 7, root, flat 3, 5, 7, root, flat 3, 5. Okay, back to my root position. take form flat 3. Then from flat 3 I go to 5, first variation. And then I'm back to 5, second variation, 8 VA. Again, progressing forward, what we're going to do is take it through the cycle of fourths, and in order to establish the understanding of how this works, I need to know the starting form. From there I can move it sequentially up and down my fretboard with impunity. So remember, we had C was from the root position. The key of F is going to be 5, second variation. B flat will be flat 3. E flat will be 7. A flat is going to be 5, first variation. I've been through my 5 keys now, so I'm back to the root position at D flat. F sharp is from the 5th, second variation. B is flat 3. E is 7. A is going to be the 5th, first variation. Now I'm back to my root. And then 5th, second variation in the key of G. Practice. In this next sequence, what we're going to do is apply this to the melodic filter. So this would be the ascending filter. Filter. Ascending, descending. Descending, ascending. Okay guys, this concludes the 6th lesson in my Pentapositional System Chord Studies course, and what we took a look at today was the minor major 7th chord. Make sure that you really get into all of these positions, learn it all, learn it in every key, because the minor major 7th usually functions as a 1 chord in a minor key, and this is a very important chord to get under your fingers. It's used a lot in jazz, it's derived from the melodic minor scale, and it's something that everyone should be up to speed with at this point in their playing. An important element to understand is how all these principles are actually going to help you to achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve. One of the questions that I get frequently these days is, "Hey Joe, how do I play comfortably and evenly and smoothly with things that go outside of the patterns that I know?" Well, one of the easiest fixes for that is to simply learn all the possible patterns that you can for each individual chord. It's the chords that are king. When you're given a chord sheet, you're not given a sheet of music that says the C Lydian mode moves to the F Mixolydian mode. It's saying C major 7 moves to F7. Do you see what I'm saying? It's chords that are king. So you want to know the chords. The other thing about the chords is the chord tones are the notes where you can resolve to. A resolution means that you can hold the note for longer than a quarter note and it will sound good over that chord. We need to understand this because everything that we play is targeting a good note. It's targeting a chord tone. At this stage, the chord tones that we're concentrating on is the lower structure, root 3, 5, 7. We'll get to the upper structures soon enough. There's an old saying, be careful what you wish for. But what I'm getting at is let's establish the foundation first. So in order to feel comfortable and to play smoothly and evenly outside of the patterns you know is to simply learn all the possible patterns all across your fretboard. That's what we've done on this course. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're going to take this to the next level with the next course, which is taking this similar concept and then playing it within every key and also trying to start to play it over different chord progressions within each position. This is going to enable us to transition smoothly from chord to chord. That was our initial objective with this whole thing. We are going to get there. It's not going to take too much longer, so hang with me. I'm glad you enjoyed this. It was a pleasure teaching you, and as always, practice smart and apply all of these concepts in the most creative way that you can possibly come up with. And I hope to see you on the next course. Take care.